Hi everybody, thank you for purchasing with Happy Choice Art. Here is your teacher guided video. So I am going to go over everything that you need to know with this resource. So when you purchase this, you may have noticed that there are a few things available for you. The first thing is the Google Drive, which I have opened here, and I'm going to go over this in a second. But the first thing I did want to show you is this teacher guide planning sheet and drawing. So for some reason with TPT and their Google Drive, I can't upload like a JPEG, so I do have to upload all the JPEGs in a Google Doc like this. So this drawing, you do need to save it and give it to your students. Super easy to do. You just right click here and then you go to save to keep. And I have all the written directions here as well. And once you do that, you'll have to wait a little bit, but then the drawing will appear, and then you just right click and go to Save Image As, and that's how you save a JPEG. This is the graphic organizer planning sheet for your students as well. This you can right click again, go to More Actions, Save to Keep, and then same thing, right click and Save As. And then what I like to do is I just print this out and I give it to my students, or you can make this digital as well. So I'm going to go over the Google Slides for you. So with this Google Slide, I just came up with this awesome way of just being able to show students how to develop their technical skills with certain Adobe products and programs. And I just found it so incredibly, it's been really awesome because students have been really learning really well through the way that I have designed this lesson. So first things first is I have them pick a challenge for this, and I do that because I want to give them a choice of two different artworks. I also don't want it to look so much of the same, so I do have them pick one. And then I go over like the history of Surrealism art. And of course, we talk about Dali. We talk a little bit about the artwork that Dali has done and why it's Surrealism. And then we go into pop art. We talk about when it was emerged and the different characteristics with pop art. And then we talk about Andy Warhol. We also go into a little bit of history and talk about why Andy Warhol created this. And a lot of students don't really know the why behind it, and so I wanted to explain a little bit about that. And then I talk about this contemporary artist, and he's really cool because he combines surrealism and pop art together, and he does it in Illustrator. So I thought he would be an awesome resource and an awesome artist to talk about. And so here's some of his artwork, and I really liked his style. I really liked the surrealism portion of it and the pop of color, and I think that students could have really a lot of fun with it. And so I talk a little bit about colors and what colors they should use, and then we get into like the surreal ideas and give them a little bit of an idea of how they can make it into surrealism. And then we start with a tutorial. And what I like to do is, again, I give them a copy of this drawing because I just drew it in the style of this artist. And then what I like to do is project this onto my projector board. And then I also give my students a copy of the Google Slides here so that if by any chance like I go a little too slow or a little too fast, they can independently do it. And each slide consists of a short little GIF. I try to keep it from like less than 10 seconds so that they know exactly what to do. I try to like point the arrow to the direction that they need to press. And then I try to keep it very scaffolded. And there's little tips and tricks. I like to put like little hotkeys so that they know and they learn about hotkeys. And basically I project it. I go press the arrow key, and then I do a step-by-step. So I project this. I go around the classroom, make sure everybody's on the same page. And then once everybody is on the same page, I go to the next slide, and then we all do it together. I do have a lot of kids that like to go ahead and just like move on because I do go a little slow. I want to make sure everybody knows how to do each step. And it's super nice because since everybody's on the exact same step, it's easy to spot out the students that are struggling. And I feel like that is what makes this tutorial so good, and it works so well for me in my classroom. And I make them turn in this tutorial so I know that they have done it. I know that they have built their skill set and their technical skills, and they know how to use the tools in Illustrator. And it's really been a game changer in my classroom, and I hope it does the same in yours. I have tons of other tutorials and lessons that I have on my TPT page that are in the exact same format. So if this really works well for you, I highly encourage you guys to check them out. I also have bundles as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Google Slides. And then we go through the whole entire tutorial together. And then towards the end, I always have them turn it into their own so that I know like they didn't just copy and paste mine. So try to encourage them to make it their own. And then all of this is editable and you can make it however you want. And then they will complete their graphic organizer. Their graphic organizer looks like this, and they talk about like what surrealism characteristics are and some pop art. And then I have them like research a little bit about different artists, just so that they can like branch out from just Warhol and Dali. And then I present them with the challenge, and for them to create a pop art surrealism art piece that captures a snapshot of their current mood or state of mind, or the other challenge. And then here is the rubric. This is how I do mine, but again, this is all editable. You can create it however you want. And then the artist statement. So I like to give them lots of different questions to help them create their artist statement. And then that's pretty much it. I have everybody make sure that they turn in every single thing. I grade everything. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at happychoiceart@gmail.com. Bye-bye.